Everyone, this is Ilina and welcome to another LDRS creative card making video. In today's video, I'm using the Sweet Magnolias bundle. So there is embossing 3D embossing folder, which is about 6 by 6. There is stamp set, layering stencils, and coordinating dies. So let's get started. I will start with the 3D embossing powder. And I have a piece of white cardstock that measures 6 inches wide and about 8.5 inches tall. We're not going to use, does not fit entirely, but I just decided to make it a little bit longer and then we'll trim it off. First, I started by misting the cardstock with some water. So this allows that impression from the 3D embossing folder to be more deep and more pronounced. So once I have that done, I am pulling out the layering stencils, and inside the booklet, the flyer in the layering stencils, you have the layering guide and also suggestions for inks. So I'll be using Soft Kisses and Lipstick Jungle. So for the three layers for the flowers, I'm using only 2 colors. So the first layer, I'm just applying very light layer of ink. And for the second layer, I will use the same Soft Kisses ink. And then I will add a little bit of the Lipstick Jungle just to darken up that tone, that color. So this is the stencil number 2. So the larger Magnolia bunch coordinates with the stencil on the right and with the embossing folder. I'm masking the sides, so since I was not sure at this point how I will cut this to 4 by 5.25, so I just mask the openings to make sure that I don't have any ink on my cardstock. So next I'm going with just adding a tiny bit of Lipstick Jungle to darken that Soft Kisses tone. Okay, so we're done with the second layer. Now we're going to position the third and the last layer, which is for the flowers. And the next 2 layers will be for the branches and leaves. And positioning, it's very easy to position, especially since we have this 3D embossing on our paper, and it just fits into the groove. So I'm again masking the sides to make sure that I don't have anything that will go directly onto the cardstock where it's not meant to go. So I'm using that Lipstick Jungle. And I'm trying to do a little bit of variation of color, kind of more darker towards the base and lighter towards the top. Okay, I think this is pretty good. So I'll remove that third stencil. And we'll move to the fourth stencil now. And I'll be using the Prickly Pear Perfection for this first layer for the leaves and the branches. Again, I'm masking the sides. And I'm adding very light layer of that Prickly Pear Perfection. And next I'll also add a little bit of olive branch onto the base of the leaves. Just to darken that tone and to mute it a little bit, so when we add that second layer of the leaves, they'll coordinate a little bit better. Okay, I will remove that layer, and now we're going with the last layer, the fifth stencil, and I'm just applying olive branch hybrid ink. Okay, so we have the entire image stenciled. I'll remove that last stencil. Next, I'm using my paper trimmer, and I'll trim this down to 4 by 5.25. I'm making sure that my image is pretty centered. Okay, so next we just need a sentiment, and I'm using sentiment from the Sweet Magnolia stamp set, and I will stamp it using the Raven hybrid ink. I think that looks pretty good. This die set also comes with coordinating dies for the sentiments, which I really love, and I will use the coordinating die to die cut that sentiment. Also have pre-made side folding note card here. I use 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock and scored at 4 1/4. I also have a piece of pink cardstock that it's A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5, and I will add it directly onto my note card. So instead of creating a note card from that pink cardstock, I just did a panel and I'm adding it to the front side of my card base. Next, I'm stacking few pieces of scrap cardstock or you can use foam tape. I really like using the scrap piece of cardstock because it adds some sturdiness to my card. But if you are mailing this, you will need to be careful of the weight of your card once you add those pieces of cardstock, so you may want to go with foam tape. So for the sentiment, I'm adding on the back some foam tape, and then I will add it directly to my card. Okay, and with this, our card is finished. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. Don't forget to visit our blog and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more ideas and more inspiration. Thanks for watching. Bye!